this case, I'm looking at the fact that guys have the potential to cheat.
Right.
So do women, right?
Right.
And so in the end, it's a question about all these factors that you mentioned, the whole attention and whatnot, and possibly something I mentioned earlier about putting ourselves in places where we depend on our self-control, which is the most useless thing you can ever do. The Bible literally talks about running.
Swallow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, how do we get there? Because even in just relationships, even before we actually get married and after marriage, I feel like these are still the same issue.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If your question to me is how will I avoid cheating, perhaps in this relationship, because I have cheated before, right? And for me, I think now I'm more focused. I know what I want. You know, not to say that the factors of being in an enclosure with another man or chatting to another man odd hours or all the time is not tempting, because that is.
Yeah.
And I deliberately avoid things like that. I think I was telling AKs that I don't chat to people after a certain hour because that's who I am now. I realized before that was a trigger to cheat, right? And I'm not going to do that now. And I have not done it in the last like 2-3 years, you see, because now I have developed discipline. You have to know what is a trigger for you.
Yeah.
And for me, conversation, emotional cheating is one of the easiest things. So then I try to avoid that, right? And also, I mean, I have to be content with what I have chosen, right? With the man I have chosen. And if I don't want to be in that relationship, I should step.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's about maturity now.
Yes.
We did say we're dating for a purpose. And I feel that I'm more mature now and I know what I want. And even when men keep coming, I tell them, look, I'm not interested. Not that it stops them. But what I do next is what then I guess keeps them either from respecting me or from not respecting me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes men are always trying to test you. You know, so they want to see, they know you're in a relationship, but they want to see if you commit to them as well via conversation or even time. And once you don't do that, then they have a level of respect for you and say, this one. You know what I mean? And you end up having a really good friendship. Yeah. So I think for me, I'm really guarding against certain triggers that I know will cause me to cheat, or that have caused me to cheat in the previous relationships I've had.
Okay.
I have this question now, and this is for the three of you. Like, if
the women.
Yeah, the women. Like, you know. Yeah. So, would you forgive a man that's cheated on you if he comes back like, "Look, baby, I'm sorry, and I changed, different guy."
I did that. He cheated again.
Hey.
But yes, I would do that again.
You
I would do it not to the same person, because I realized that he was just being
He's a cancer.
Exactly. He was just not being.
He wasn't
but
ready,
if
yeah.
somebody like does that and then comes back to me and tells me, listen, I made a mistake,
Right.
and I love you and I want to be with you, and it will never happen again, and I see that they're committing to actually, you know, making sure that it never happens again, then yeah.
I definitely would as well.
Really?
I'd forgive, yeah. If I saw commitment, like if I saw that he was really sorry. The thing that I don't like is when you catch a person cheating and they're still refusing, like they're denying and they say it didn't happen, and they just make you look like you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like you know it actually happened. Like just acknowledge what you did, apologize for it, and let's work on our relationship.
Yeah.
Let's decide, like let's have an honest discussion. Okay, what made you cheat? What about me drove you to the other woman? What can I do to make you think? Like, let's have an honest discussion, and then let's work towards that. Like, if I see that you're committed, if I see that you're remorseful, I will definitely give you back.
Bless you. Yeah.
Mixed feelings.
Would you forgive?
Yeah. Bless you. Yes and no. Okay, I haven't really thought about it, but yes, because oh wow,
It's the ching, Phil.
snap.
Go ahead, get your.
Yes, I like what you guys have said, and because we're human. Wow.
I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, and because we're human, I think it's only fair to forgive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Will I take him back, perhaps it's a different story. It also depends on the level of cheating, I guess. You know, because some people cheat and they don't want redemption. Irrespective of how much they say sorry, it's almost like you can't really help them. So I would help him by not taking him back.
No, I agree. Okay, that's a good point as well. The level, like, because you know, like if it was just a physical thing, like a fling with this chick, no emotions involved, that's a bit easier to accept and to take him back. But if he fell in love with this,
if you have another
person,
life, yes, you know what I mean. There's no space for
like
me.
There's no space because
so why
I'm
would I
telling
take
you,
you
will always be competing with the other woman,
and that will make
fallen in love
paranoid
and insecure, super insecure. So yeah, if he's fallen in love with this other person, there's no going back.
So I mean, I would literally gauge that and see, is there space for me? You know what I mean? And also, I think that's a good opportunity for me to check myself. Do I really want to be in this? Do I want to be with this sort of person? And not to say that I will hate him. I'll forgive him. But I just think that it also brings a perspective where I need to think about my life now. You know? And so yes and no. Yeah. Would you take the girl back?
I think both your answers actually kind of like get back to me, because I think the depth at which a person will do that.
Welcome back.
Kind of like
I think
determined.
Sweet Pea was just allergic to her ex. Like she started thinking about how he cheated and she just got an allergic reaction.
Yes, girl.
Real.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Luckily, we have a Kleenex. Not taking it back. Please continue.
So yeah, I think I would actually as well, because I think we live in a world where, especially in relationships, people are always at different levels, right? And so it's actually good to weigh yourselves before you actually jump into a relationship, because you might find that certain things that one person has done that you have never done, and you think, I'd like to do that, but the fact that you don't really do it already creates like there's no capacity for you to operate on the same level. I don't know if that kind of like makes sense.
Like what? Give us an example. Like what they've done and you've never done.
Yeah, like I don't know how to put it. Say for example, a girl who's say a virgin, a guy's not a virgin.
Right.
For the guy it will be different in that case, because then for him there's this force that's just it's out there, it's extreme, right? Compared to her, and so she won't really understand it. All those kind of
dimensions.
But anyway, getting back to the question, I think I would.
You take her back.
Yeah, it's about understanding the end and how it was done.
And you'd be taking her back?
I feel like you guys just put me in the spotlight, literally. It depends, you know, like you guys have put it. You know, like for me, forgiveness is like it's something that would happen regardless. Because the moment you hold on to what happened, you can't move forward with your life. It holds you back. So for me, like forgiveness is like it's like non-negotiable. I've learned that. So like once you get that out the way, you forgive the person, whether they come back to apologize or not. It helps you move forward with your life. Taking them back, that's a whole different story. That would now depend on the circumstances. Now you look at, okay, so what happened? What went down? Why should this happen now? Where do you see us like going forward? Those type of things. And like you guys said, you know, you look at now the other person as well, like, okay, so am I going to be competing? And you know, all those things.
Sucks.
It does.
Because sometimes it could be that they might be having a bad spell with the other person, and then you know, like, oh, so I forget you, you know. So you don't want to be caught in the crossfire. You want this person to genuinely come back because you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it really comes down to what the facts are on the ground.
And I feel like the issue of trust really plays a role, like after. So you've forgiven the person and they come back.
Right.
Okay. There's always that thing at the back of your mind, like you'll be looking at him like, oh yeah, so
is that why you didn't pick up?
Exactly.
You
know, like and worse still, if you actually know the person that he cheated with, or you have an idea, you start thinking also, oh, so she looks better than me, oh, she earns more money, or she does this, you know what I mean? So there's that thing that's always going to be at the back of your head that you just have to try and move past. But that emotional, I call it a little emotional trauma.
Right.
Because when you look at the person, you always see that, you know? You always
I feel
see
like
that.
sometimes that's the reason why people actually break up.
Yeah.
They actually, like the person cheated and they actually got back together and tried to make it work. But it was the trust issue that caused them to just go their separate. Because you'll always be arguing, like constantly. And then even as the person who cheated, you now start working on eggshells. Because anytime you can't just let your phone ring because the other person will think you're doing something, you know, and you have to constantly check in, and it's draining. It would be draining to be in a relationship where you constantly have to prove yourself, constantly have to prove yourself. In the beginning, you'll be like, I'm the wrong person. I'm the person who was in the wrong, so I have to prove myself. But in the long run, it gets so draining because you just want a normal relationship. If I missed your call, I just want it to be that. I just missed it. I'll call you back.
Sorry.
But it shouldn't turn into an argument like, what were you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? Like, you know, that kind of thing. So.
And hiring detectives.
Yeah.
And boiling oil.
And I think that what we don't see are the effects of cheating, you know, because we constantly... we would cheat, whether emotional or physical, but we don't see what then happens to the other person. It drove her up the wall, you know what I mean? Like, it makes you cycle, it makes you insecure, it makes you compare. You literally lose yourself. You absolutely lose yourself. I don't think there's anyone who's come out. No, there are people that have come out better, you know what I mean? But with that, there's a lot of self-awareness. There's a lot of, like, building afresh, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of you and the other person sitting down and growing, and through Christ as well, you know what I mean? Because so much has been broken. When trust is broken, like you said, it's a mess.
And I like you brought that up, because now you end up stereotyping everybody else. You end up putting them in the same bucket to say all men are cheats, all women are cheats. That chick look good, she must be a cheat. Or she got long hair, she must be a cheat. Or she wearing high heels, you know what I mean? So now I think we need to reach that level of self-awareness to say that, okay, I've moved on from that. And you move on, and maybe you're with another person now. This is a whole new person. Don't make him pay for the other person's mistakes, and vice versa. You know, like, don't make her pay for what the other girl did to you. Because the truth is, we all have scars. Who have the scar from the past. You know what I mean? So it's something that you come with, and then you literally lay down rules. Like, how many of you have done that? Like, because you've been there, you were there, and you're like, okay, nigga, so we're dating now. So don't do this, don't do
that.
This. You can do this, you can do this.
You know only to this extent,
Exactly. But
you have a checklist.
And you take away from the joy of actually getting to know
this
who
new
this person really
is.
Because you try to enforce what you want on that person. And we've talked of perfection, isn't it? Like, the person is not perfect, neither are you. So you can't want perfection when you're not perfect yourself.
And you set up this high expectation for this person, and he's bound or she's bound to let you down, because no one can live up to high expectations. We're not perfect.
And you know, it's so funny, because what has helped me and what brings healing to me now is the fact that, one, I have to realize I wasn't born with this person. We were not raised by the same parents. I mean, even as siblings, I don't understand my siblings sometimes. And we were raised by the same parents. We were literally in the same house for years, but I still don't get them. What makes me so sure I'm going to get this other person? You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of you just being humble and you wanting to learn the other person. And again, it's a trial and error thing. No expectations. And the thing is, that's what we always do. I entered my relationship thinking, okay, so because I did that wrong, I'm going to do this right. Because I did that, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's all about self-awareness. If you know yourself and you can bring your best self forward, then I think that's where you start from. And then the other person, oh my gosh, yesterday, I put something on my status and I said, and I think it was about love being, doing the highest, but putting the other person first, right? So if you're bringing your highest to the table, and the man's bringing the highest to the table, and thinking about you and you're thinking about him, you always meet, you know what I mean? And it's a fun place to meet, you know? So whatever happens, you bring your highest, he brings his highest, you know? And at the end of the day, like, arguments are minimalized. Yeah.
So maybe like just to conclude, what have you learned from this? Like, what is there something positive that you can take from maybe like what we discussed and literally apply exactly? Like, it's converted.
After a breakup, don't go to the house. Boiling water.
Keep the fire. Stay away from fire. You never know.
What burns more, oil or water?
So Convani has learned that when you go to your girlfriend's place and you cheated on her, make sure there's nothing on the stove.
Just don't go to her house.
Listen, we can talk about it.
I think the stuff that she mentioned about the effects of relationships where people actually cheat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's usually something that's never really spoken about.
Right.
So to actually hear about it kind of like opens up one's mind to say, okay,
I don't want to do that.
Beyond just doing that one action, these are the consequences.
Yeah.
I think that's something
That's
to
deep,
think about.
actually.
I think what I'll take away from it is just not having expectations and understanding the other person isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And getting into a relationship like with the right mindset.
Yes.
Like knowing that this person might let you down, might not meet all your expectations, but being mature about it and like being willing to make it work.
Yeah.
So I think for me, like even now, I'm being extremely picky with who I decide to date because I just don't want to commit to anyone, and then that person doesn't like meet my expectations, and then we have this whole situation repeat itself. So yeah, I think no expectations. Oh, it's not bad to have expectations, but don't set such high standards for a person to meet. Ones that you can't even meet yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me? Jada. I would say I definitely agree with the two of them, and bringing my best self forward, you know, just bringing what I have and always just trying to make myself better for myself, and it shows in the relationship, you know what I mean? So it's not so much that I'm doing it for the other person, but I'm doing it for myself because it's me first, right? And when I bring it to the relationship, it's good as well. So yeah, I think bringing my best self forward, really not expecting too much. Like, I'm human, he's human. Let's see what we can create out of these two humans.
Yeah.
Stacks.
With God.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, for me, I think like you guys have said, sometimes you jump into these things, and that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the divorce rate is quite high with people in like our age group.
And
Christians.
Christians.
Christians too, shockingly. Because everyone jumps into the institution of marriage or relationships with the perception that, okay, so this guy presents, or this chick presents this perfect situation, you know, like, and the thing is, people pretend.
Yes.
And that's true. Relationships, like when people are dating, people pretend, like in the beginning. So you find that everyone's trying to be perfect, they're trying to do everything perfectly, and then because you have not seen the real side to them, you know, you find that as time goes by, they start to exhibit certain things, and you're like, oh, you know, and they change, you know, because what you were looking for was perfection, and because you did not see the flaws, and you're not open to dealing with those things, the first thing you want to do is jump out the window.
Yeah.
You know, so it's always important to realize, like you guys have said, you're getting into this thing where both of you are not perfect, and it takes me back to what Mr. Mansa said, you know, except you won't be given a certificate when you're dating, you know, but you get into it, and you establish that you're in a relationship before you actually get into it, right? So everything else that happens after, you're learning about each other. So you're like, if there was a contract, and you know, but that never happens, and you signed it, you verbally signed it. You're like, prenup, you know. So you get into it, and you're like, yeah, so let's do this, and then you're now trying to figure each other out and stuff, like, and you know, so it's you learn from each other. Because like my folks are still learning from each other, like from themselves, and they've been married they've been friends for like 40 years. Yonks, you know, they've been but they still learning. Sometimes my mom's like, your father though. I'm just like,
your friend.
That's your homie. You know, so that's the thing. That's the thing about life. Old people will tell you they learned as time went by. Like, oh, okay, so I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. Okay, this is what makes this person happy. This is what makes this person happy. And you learn to live with each other's flaws and strengths. You know, so when you put them together, that's what makes it perfect. Yeah.
Amazing.
And you, Sweet Pea?
Well, for me, I think one thing that I'll take from here is communication.
Right.
Like, if I feel maybe I don't want to be in a relationship, and I think the best thing is just to tell the person and walk away, rather than drag them along and hurt their feelings and scar them even more. That's going to just break them. Exactly. Yeah. So I'd rather just say something, and if something like if I notice things are a little bit like, why have you changed? Why are things, I would address the issue. Yeah. Because I think that's one thing that we don't really talk about certain
communication.
Things. Yeah. We die inside, and bringing things out and actually talking to your partner is very important, because now they get a glimpse of whatever is surrounding them. Yeah. How it's affecting you, and vice versa also. So for me, I'll be like, ish, really, like, what's up? Why did you do that? Why did you blink like this? And you always blink like this. You know what I mean? Like, just
see what you did. Hire Alicia's people.
No, good. I'm not that crazy. But one thing I understand about Alicia's story is that when you feel you've given in so much, and it's like just stamped on, it hurts.
It does.
It really does. And you can do anything.
True.
It's true. You can do anything. Thank God for your granny.
Rest in peace.
Thank God for
Jesus. It's
Hallelujah.
and these are facts that happen. You take a really nice girl, lovely at heart, always smiling, and you decide to take her. Then you let her go.
Yeah.
Good girl gone bad. My gosh, it's this good girl gone bad thing is
real.
It's real. Then you'll be the same ones to say, no, but she was good. But how come this happened? This happened. Hey, there was some strings and wires that were like misfired in her.
That's true. Yeah. Which is why I think for me, I keep going back to self-awareness. You know what I mean? I want to know myself more than the relationship, because I want to know what triggers me, when I should step back, when I'm mad, when you know what I mean. So I think it's really just about us knowing ourselves, because when you bring that, you kind of know what not to do. Yeah. Because you can go crazy, guys. It's a fact.
True.
It's a fact.
One last thing I'd like to mention is I think in a relationship it's very important to express yourself.
Yes.
Right? And not feel any pressure of trying to be better for the next person.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because most of the time, because of your previous relationships, you feel like I need to be this kind of person.
Yes.
This kind of person,
yes.
so I can make this work.
Yes.
But I think for me, the best thing I can say is being you, expressing you.
Thank you for that.
In a relationship.
That is amazing. So guys, that was an amazing episode.
Yes.
Hey. So until next time on Keep It Lit.
Yes. Don't cheat.